Hello, everybody. Welcome in to Gayle's Sews. Well, actually, Let's Sew with Gayle Designs, my Wednesday show. Anyway, I apologize for being late. I'm here waiting for the connection. I forgot to send the link over to my email so that I can get on with my phone, and of course, email won't open up. Anyway, so both my phone and my laptop or the hostess. So we'll see how that works out. Anyway, let me find chat. Here we go. So I have a project today, and it is like so easy. And I'm laughing inside as I say that because we know that just because something looks easy and you know how to, well, I don't know how to do all of the steps that I'm about to do, but we're going to do it live together. Now, I've been told that, yeah, I like to be prepared. I like to have everything cut, everything prepped. So then I'm just doing the assembly with y'all. But I was told, nope, I like to see the process from the very beginning. So here we are. Let me see if I can turn this camera on and bring you down here. So this is my supplies. And yes, I'm still celebrating my birthday. So this was my first birthday. It's a dress actually. And it has pockets and it fits me. This was from 5 years ago. No, not 5 years. It can't be 5 years. So 2023. So 3 years ago. Anyway, so it's a design from my file addiction. And I bought this and then this design. Don't do that. If you get this design, if you like this birthday girl with the butterfly, get that because it's the exact same butterfly for that she sells for the hat. So, but if you just like the hat, just like the butterfly for the hat, then just get that. But you might need this for your business for someone else down the line if you don't want it. So, okay, so that's this. And then, so I'm going to be making, it's a real simple pouch. It's real simple. Marlise, I got your message and I sent you the links in Facebook Messenger. All right, so you need two pieces of fabric, a front, I mean, a front and a lining, and then, but she doesn't say it because if one of those short reels that goes really fast and you have to really quick and you have to watch it a million times just to get the measurements and then convert it to, inches. Anyway, but so it looked like two pieces of fabric fused together. And so I'll be using the double-sided fusible fleece, and that is Pelon 985F. It's called two-sided fusible fleece. Anyway, I got it at Hobby Lobby. I keep it in a bag because it gets powdery stuff all over. I don't know if that's normal. Tracy, she said that hers doesn't do that. Hers is Pelon as well, but she got it in a different place. She thinks maybe mine is just old. I don't know. But anyway, so I'll be fusing two pieces of fabric together with that. And so my two pieces of fabric are going to be this blue, and it has the green in it. So I'm pairing it with the green grunge. You need a 12-inch zipper. I went to Walmart. They had 14 inches. That's good enough because you're going to take that apart. And I bought a little pole just because it's a new experience for me. And I picked one that has, because this has the paisleys. And so I went with this. I can't even figure out how to open this up to get it to put on here. So That's going to be new. Now, so the and then measuring tape. This one was birthday gift from Laura when we went to Parisina, which is the Mexican store. So this is centimeters here, and then the inches are on the other side. But it's nice and big, big print. So as I don't know if it was like an age thing. Since I'm 70, I got to get the big print now. But anyway, so they had pink and they had navy blue, and it was like a really black blue. So I like bright, because bright colors makes me happy. So I said, it's okay. So between those two, let me have the pink. So pink goes with my teal. All right. So, I mean, this is so easy. So she doesn't do any box corners. It's all sewing with two folds. So, which is interesting. And so I'm going to thank you, Ruji. I love it too. And so when I was learning to sew professionally, they taught me to look at the colors to like compare it. I mean and what is the one that is the least color on here, and if that's a color that you want to pull out, then that's what you pair it with. Now this also looks really good with the blue grunge. And so I mean, I could do another one with that. So it doesn't have any handles. It doesn't have this pattern, this pouch pattern. It doesn't have a handle. It doesn't have a a wristlet, none of that stuff. It is very beginner friendly. But you know me, I'll make this as my first run, and then I'll figure all that out, because I can see these bags being something that I can make for my great granddaughter. She has all these little ducks and stuff that she gets, and she and I can see her organizing her bookshelf with putting all her little bits in these things. So let me say hello. I'm Gayle from Gayle Designs, and the name of my channel is Gayle Designs. I'm all frazzled. Hello, Robin Creations. Congratulations on hitting your 1,000 subscribers. Hello, Sharon. She's out picking her greens, and then she'll be washing them. Collard greens, yum. Crafts by Q LLC. And I want to show the project that Q and I did on Monday, but I want to get this done first, because where my challenge that I think I'm going to have, because I see other people have it and I have not done it before, is you have to take this zipper apart, because you're sewing half on one side and half on the other side. Then you bring them together and put it on there. Now, I don't think that sewing the zipper halves on there are the problem. I think it's when you have to put the pull back on, and I think that's where the trouble is. And this I'm not going to worry about. It's according to the package according to this on the bag. I think I have to. I don't know if I need pliers to pull this apart to open it up, but we're going to worry about that later. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let me go back to saying hello. So Crafts by Q, and I know she's working. Quality Tees Creations, welcome, and thank you for being here. Yes, Sharon, I have the new laptop. I love the color, and I still have to load everything on there, and so hopefully because I have to have time. I have to have time to do it. But I'm going to be looking forward to the speed and accuracy of getting online, and then I won't have to be using my phone for my volume anymore. Hello, Mary Brown. Welcome in. Um, Carla Thomas. Welcome in. Okay. All right. Heading back into the bushes. Okay. Sorry. I'm like, Bonded Creations. Hey, Lisa. And Marlise. Hello again. Rougie. Thank you for being here. Oreo Mouse. Hey, hey, hey. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Bobby from EE Handmade with Love. And talking. Thank you. You'll check Messenger. Okay. Ruji. Okay, at the doctor's. With Peanut. We'll be in the bushes. Okay. And Paisley's her favorite. Hello, Evelyn from Orlando. Hey, Marilyn. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. And see, as I'm trying to scroll, it covers up everything. I'm on Restream. I do Restream on Wednesdays because I do free version of StreamYard and Restream. And so you get 20 hours of StreamYard, and Night Owl Crafting pretty much takes that up for the month. And so I said, well, I'll just do Restream on Wednesdays to spread it out. Now, okay, that's why I can't. All right. Sorry, Sharon, I left that up, trying to find it so I can get you off the screen there. Boy, I feel like a newbie today. Oh, where is this message? Can somebody tell me where heading to the bushes is in between? There we go. Okay, let me find Sharon. I see you're saying hello. All right, let me get my iron on. Um, so I can get my fabric. So the measurements, I put it in the description of under the video. And so it's just using a 16 by 12-inch fabric. So I'm going to cut 16 by 12 of both fabrics and the fusible interfacing. Once again, we continue to find where Sharon is. Okay, I found out that I can just do it from, okay, there we go. I found out I can just do it from the screen up there. All right, let me scroll back down to the bottom. Why do you feel like a newbie? Oh, I feel like a newbie because I'm just kind of stumbling all over myself. Because I didn't say, the name of my channel and blah blah blah, and I just jumped right into uh this. So anyway, I'm flustered. Okay. What is this? All right, so that's not really 12, but anyway, look at this. While I do this, I'll talk about, so my daughter-in-law, she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, which she usually asks me what meal and what cake I want, but she just said that. And so I said, okay, well, let me let me just go for it and see what happens. Let me put it out there and see what sticks. So I said, a laptop. Hi, GB. And so time passed, and then she said, send her some pictures, and she'll see if they can swing it. Well, I was I was doing, oh, I was getting ready for, I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, I was didn't have time to look for pictures because, so anyway, but then she was looking for pictures, and she was uh sending me stuff. I said I don't need anything fancy because I already had fancy, and fancy didn't last me. And I just need something that will run, that I can run cricket with, and something that I can live stream with. So she ended up putting it in GB chat, and the one that she had picked out before, chat GB, whatever it's called, chat JPG. Ugh. Anyway, the chat told her, no, you need more. Um, she needed to up it to the next gig, whatever the memory is. So, so she did, and so anyway, so she didn't need me to go with her because I approved, that. So her and my little miss went, and so then they had fun um shopping together, and little miss picked out a cake for me, and then I got a picture of a freezer of all the ice cream, and they said, which one do you want? So I picked out my ice cream, and so we each had an individual little thing of ice cream, which was kind of cool. And then the dogs got pup cups. The cats got nothing. Well, the cats don't even come out. The cats just stay hidden. So don't feel bad about the cats. They get spoiled other ways. So, and little Miss Nick, oh, we used to having something down there. So she made this happy birthday banner. The birthday fell, so I have to fix that. But anyway, so that was a surprise because I always make it. That's why I have the adventures so that I can make big stuff like that. And and so she made me, and she hand cut everything and taped it with Scotch tape. You don't need a Cricut machine, but yes, so she's my little crafty one. And then this was this is a cat with a it's blowing the birthday horn, and so it's a mailbox that opens up, and then the card was inside. She's so we designed some, we're gonna do some like purse charms, aka backpack charms for her school. So she designed them, and so we're gonna make them out of felt and turn this little girl into an entrepreneur, which, you know, her mom is an entrepreneur as well. Chat GPT, thank you. Obviously, I don't use it, but anyway. Um, yeah, I figured, you know, because I know that there's a lot of cat lovers in here, which I like cats too, and I just don't need to own one because my family all owns them, and that way I don't have to clean the litter boxes. Anyway, but yeah, no, they get their spoiling. Um, so don't, yeah. But you know, you don't even know that there's cats in the house. Well, now we're down to three of them. There was five, but um, they're all back with their original mommies. Um, so they got kicked out of a grandparents' house. All right, so I'm thinking because I have this cut on the fold, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's just go that way. I'm going to keep it as a fold. That way I'm cutting two at a time because I know I'm going to be wanting to make another one. I only have one zipper, but this is the fold. Okay. And 16 by 12. Hold up, that's not even 16. All right. I'm going to have to. Yeah, Oreo, she loves to draw too, like you. She makes little paper dolls and stuff. She made she had a white skirt that was had the pleats and panels, pleated panels. They're wide, and she had designs in each one of the panels. Fabric markers. She wore it to school. Not this school. The school that she's going to here is they wear uniforms. Oh, let me just go with that. I'm sorry. This is why I like to have things cut out before. Um, I think what I'll do is next time is I have some of it cut and then come back and cut the rest. So 16, I need 16 by 12. All right. So we're going to go up 12. Yeah, she definitely loves it. She's always doing that. She's very creative. And we've been working with her. Um, she was going to the school and then she left, moved to a different state, and now she's back. And so we got her into the same school. And so she actually was having some anxiety. I don't really want to use that word, but she was anxious about going back. And but so we were working with the um strengthening what needs to be. She's pretty strong, like she doesn't let people bully her or anything like that, but we just wanted to reinforce that, that's behavior that is not acceptable. um you don't have to put up with it. So, but they don't have clothing issues there, since you don't have to worry about somebody saying, "Oh, I don't like that shirt." You don't have to worry about that because y'all got the same shirts. So anyway, um they don't have to worry about that. All right, so 16 by 12. And actually, so this is that's on the fold. Okay, so this will be for a different one. This is, make sure, 16 by 12. Hi, precious pieces. Driving and listening. Okay, I'll be sure to keep talking then. I said I'll be sure to keep talking, and then I'm not talking. I'm concentrating. All right. Oh, when Laura and I were at Parasina, um, I love notions. And so I was looking at all the themes, that they had on the wall. They had a lot. And they had, for zippers, they had 3 aisles of zippers plus an end cap. So that's definitely when I make my scissor list, of what I need, because we're Q and I are going to make a tote next Monday, and it takes 3 zippers. It's going to have an outside pocket and an inside pocket, and then of course the pocket on the outside. I can't believe I just cut that totally crooked. Ah. Anyway, so that's where I'll be heading to get the zippers. I can't believe I just did that. That's so off. The edge is straight, but anyway, so back to thank you, DV. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Because using this reminded me of it. They have a sharpener for these blades. It's like a little wheel thing, and um you put your blade in there, and it sharpens it. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so I need 16 by 12. So um I'm just going to go up 12. I know I'm doing this so wrong. All right. And I need to actually do it the other way. Now I can go. Now I can go up 12. That's 16. Okay. Okay. And this will be for another one. Put these two together so that I know this is for another project. All right, so now the messy stuff. I just need one of this. I don't need two. So yeah, Tracy was talking about this in the chat, this double-sided fusible fleece. And I asked her, I said, would you want to come up and a night out crafting and show us how to do this? And she goes, yeah. I love it when they say, yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, yes. Be fun for me too. All right, so being careful. So I'm just going to cut this across at 12 because, let me see. All right, there's 12. Hi, Boyd. Hi, Boyd Apparels and Designs, LLC. Welcome in. Whoops. The ruler is to be my guide, not just to be there. I thought it was going rogue. All right. So once again, this is Pelon 985F. And I got it at Hobby Lobby. Next week is Fabric Week. So that's when I'll be buying some more just so I, have some because I like this. And then 16. So 12 by 16. That's what I've been cutting. Yep. For some reason, 17 stuck in my head, but 16. I mean, not stuck in my head, it popped up. Maybe because I saw it. Okay. All right, that's all the cutting I need to do. So I'm going to lay this. Oh, let me get rid of all this. See, it leaves grit on there. And when I have my new laptop here, I'm not going to be doing this cutting over here. I'll be doing it on the other side. I'll pre-cut this. Yeah, it's, let me get it. This is what we made the Monday. is the folders. For the that I kind of mashed up two videos, and Q kind of did too. She added a zipper to close it because the original, it didn't work out, and I have thoughts about that, so that's what I want to talk about after. And so you know what I mean, I'm always thinking, and so if you're making that for yourself, or or your household, something, you know what kind of wipes you use, so you know what kind of opening you need to have. All right, so I have one side, which this is my lining. I have that laying down, face down on the mat. Then I'm going to put this um, lining on the wrong side of my fabric. And then I'm going to put the wrong side of the other fabric on top of that. So and then you just press it. And pressing is just pressing the iron on here and letting it sit, and then pressing. Ironing is like ironing your clothes. The iron goes back and forth like this. So just in case you're new to ironing and pressing. And you could use your heat press for this as well. Just put it down there. All right, so I'm going to check and make sure I have no interfacing right underneath, because I don't want it stuck to my mat or getting on my iron as well. All right, so I usually get just a piece of paper and stick them under there. Let me get rid of this so I don't break it. I usually have like a piece of cardstock. Oh, I'm still finding glass. Um, Monday night, I had my cute little owl mason jar fell. And to say that it broke into a million pieces would actually be an understatement. It it fell off the shelf that I keep my interfacings on, and it was all the way, which is half a room away, and but glass was behind me. I didn't even know that, but something, uh, my tools fell and is And so I went to pick that up and I go, oh, there's glass behind me. So I don't walk around my house barefoot. I wear slippers. But sometimes it just gets comical here. Working in a box. All right. There, now I have my expectant. I can't see. So I did one side. I'm just going to turn it over and do the other side just to make sure everything is all bonded. Okay. Now I have the front and the back fused together. So now I'm just working with one piece. I am going to go ahead and just square this up. It's funny, I have all the notifications. Oh, I have the notification shut off my phone. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Oreo. That was one of six. I hardly break anything. It's just that was we have we have ceramic tile floors, and so it hit that and shattered. Huh. Okay. Let me just go ahead and even that out. I was using it as my thread stand, to put my thread in for the embroidery machine. I use what I have until I can get something. Are you going to be getting another? I have six. So now I have five. And no, they don't make them anymore. They're actually vintage. So um, I have found them, but I am not going to pay that price. I have 6. It's only one of me. I mean, I have 5 now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say it. At my age, the doctors are always saying it. Well, at your age, and I'm going to say it. At my age, just things are just, it's not important for me to like have trinkets laying, all over the place. I don't. Uh, I have I have my year-round tree. I decorate the year-round tree. I don't have. I live. My house is a craft house. I don't have like furniture to lounge in. I don't have furniture to like put holiday decorations on that I have to take down, store, and I'm living as simple as I can. All right, so here's what we have. So I love this so far. It's 16. Well, let's see what it is since I just trimmed some. So it's still 16 by 12. And and I fused the lining piece to the front piece, putting this away. Um, the next step is the zipper, and um, and and so you pull the zipper apart. You're sewing one on one end and one on the other end, and then you put the zipper pull together and sew the sides, and you're done. But there's some folding going on meanwhile. So that's why I say it's a quick project, especially if you're just going to be doing it by yourself and not explaining and and then you can get a lot of these done. But I'm going to work on adding some modifications to it. Got to figure it out. But once I make this, then I'll know what I can do. All right. So for those of you that are experienced in this, do I just take this? I can cut that thing off because this is actually longer than what I'm going to need. Okay, let me go here. So you're going to put half of the zipper up here and half of it on this other side. So I can just go ahead and cut this thing off and not a problem. Ah, okay. All right, here we go. Taking it apart. All right. So I have a little tray here. I'm going to put this on the tray in case I say it out loud, in case I need y'all to remind me, oh, where is that? Okay, so I guess I need to. All right. somebody that's experienced, am I going to need just a regular zipper or, I mean, a foot? I mean, a regular foot, or am I going to need a zipper foot? And I could see, let me put the teeth up and the teeth up. I'm going to move that aside. Okay, here's where my, and let me get my sewing machine over here. I know if you're driving, you're probably shouting the answer to your car, but I'm not seeing. All right, so I did go and get some new white thread because that other white thread wasn't, that I had the other day, wasn't behaving. And I don't want to use 100% cotton for this. Because they might need to wash it someday. Okay, so my question, oh, slammed at work, wanted to stop and say hi. Hey, Stacy, Lady Blue Bear Designs by Stacy. Thank you. All right, so for those of you that use the zipper by the mile, whatever it's called, this question is for you. Do I need a zipper foot or can I use a regular foot? Oh, you know what? I read it as chat, not what you actually wrote or typed. So I'm using my brother XR3774, which was a early birthday present from good friend and that I met in this community. Well, I don't see anybody replying. I know a lot of you are at work and at doctor appointments, so and Sharon's either in the garden picking her collard greens or she's in the house cleaning them, listening, which I appreciate. So yeah, YouTube is coming up with a lot of changes. I'm grateful to hit the 500 and I am monetized now. And so we need to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Actually, January, I think they said there's some new rules because then they're going to be doubling things. And so it's like, oh, let's get these goals done. And so that I can do that. So that's why the family, so it's not just a birthday present because we don't really exchange gifts, but anyway, but yeah, so they are proud of me for my accomplishments. They see me as being serious with this YouTube stuff. And thank you, Oreo. So you're doing some drawing right now. Drawing is so relaxing. Letting that creative energy flow. All right. So the thing is that I think I put my toolbox in the other room. Nope, it's up here. Oh, it's right here. Oh, great. What is the zipper one? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can use this other one. Hmm. I know I used it. I used the zipper foot when Tracy and I made the project bag, which I'm already using because for the project that I'm doing, that Q and I are doing on Monday, next Monday, or I've already started gathering supplies for that. I picked up. Okay, so I have 3 in here. This is the zipper foot. Okay. All right. Found it. So that's the zipper foot. Okay. You would think to put it like in the middle of the barb, but you have your choice of doing it on the left side or the right side. There's a hump in the middle of it. Okay, so this is my other one. Let me get this on here. Oh my goodness. And and let's continue to keep spilling adversity in our prayers. Tomorrow is her mother's service, and she has family members that have been coming in um, since Tuesday. Oh, today's Wednesday. All right. So I'm thinking this is correct because then we'll go this way. All right. All right. Oh, I forgot. Ay, ay, ay. So this is what was happening with the white thread last week or Monday is the bird nesting going on in here. Well, what happens is this top thread, I don't know, somehow it ends up being wrapped around the spindle um up here. And I don't know what I need to do. Um I'm going to there's Jessie. Hi Jessie. I'm going to put I'm going to put a bobbin on that just to raise it up. I don't know what's causing that thread to wrap around. I don't know what's causing the thread to wrap around the spindle. Maybe my tension. I don't know. We're going to work on this. It's a new spool of thread. And it is in the tension. Let me go ahead and rethread it anyway. Okay. It's in there. It's in there. Okay. All right, what's going on? All right, let me get. Always test out your stitch before using your project. I just figured new. It's a new thread, so I thought that the other thread was the problem. Something else is going on, and it's a different bobbin, so it's not the same bobbin I used. Um, it's not the same bobbin I used Monday night. Okay. All right. This is a test stitch. And it's good. It's behaving. right? Zipper. So this is stitch zipper to both ends. So this is actually step 2. All right. It's actually the first step after you get all the prep work done. All right. Get over here. And line that up to the edge and line this up. All right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say this out loud so that when I need to do this again, I can look at my replay to explain what I did. Okay, so because I'm just figuring this out. I never done this before. And so anyway, so I split the zipper open, and so I'm running the zipper tape along the raw edge of the top of the fabric, and my zipper foot, the wide part that's in the back where the hinge is, so I'm running that along the teeth, and then so it's stitching here. So it's stitching along here. So then when I turn it over here, this is what it's going to be like. So that's how I'm doing. I don't know if this is correct, if I should be, oh, shoot. It is not correct. I was thinking I had to have the teeth up here, but I actually need to have it reversed, because when this is like this, now here's where the teeth, where the zipper pull is going to be. It's going to be on the lining. So I do have to take that apart, but let's go ahead and get this one done. And then I can do. All right. So here is the teeth. Just be with me, I'll get there. Yeah, so here's the back. This is the back of the zipper, and this is the front of the zipper. And so I want it to go this way. So I want the teeth down on the fabric, because then when we turn it, then the teeth will be in. Then when we turn it, the teeth will be right where they need to be. All right. So note to self and anybody else learning how to do this, learning how to do these zippers. So I'm going to line this up with my raw edge. The teeth are down onto the main fabric. Okay, so now I don't see the teeth. Now I have to figure out where do I need to stitch. On my zipper foot, I have the choice of having the needle on the left side of the zipper foot or the right side of the zipper foot. As you know, this is a new machine to me, and zippers in a project are new to me. Now, if you know my history, you know that I've done, I made clothing and men's suits and stuff. So I am familiar with zippers. It's not new to me in garments. Hi, Diane. Welcome in. I have not done zippers in a project, and this is my first time doing a split zipper. And when I mean split, I mean one that's taken apart. All right. So I have my needle is on the left side of the zipper foot. So let's see where I need to put it now. Um, okay, I think I can still see where um that is. Let me hang on to my thread so I don't fall up underneath. Hey, we made it down to the end of yeah. And I've seen when you reattach the zipper uh, runner, pull, whichever. Um, I've seen all kinds of different things. Okay, so this was the teeth were down on the main fabric, and I stitched up here. And so when I turn it here, the teeth are here. So this is correct. And I'll be top stitching this, but let's go ahead and take this one out and get this attached correctly. And for those just coming in, what I've done so far is I use the double-sided fusible interfacing. I think it's Pelon 985F. And I fused the two pieces of fabric together, sandwiching the Pelon, the double-sided fusible interface fleece. in between the wrong sides, and now I'm attaching the zipper. Actually, now I am removing the stitches from the first. So I did make notes because I like to keep a project journal, and that way I can refer to it. And this is Gayle Designs because I have a project journal for my digital designs. Um, so it's a good thing that I did all that with I mean paper trail, because I had spreadsheets set up in my other laptop that died, and you can't even get you can't even power it on, and of course none of it transferred over so to the program. I don't know why it didn't, because when I you know installed my program in on this relic that I'm using, it should have been there, but it wasn't. So my rhinestone, um I made my own Excel sheet for my rhinestones. So now it's just a guess. Do I have it or do I not have it? I know I have everything prior to the icy collection. So um so if you were in my Monday live, I did say on Monday that I was going to make the zipper version um of the baby white holder, and I'll still go ahead and make that, but I needed to study it more because I need to study this, what I did, because not all baby white containers are the same. But I know that I had seen lots of things where they always say, save these, and I did find mine because I was saving them. And so now I have an idea what to do, because not all baby wipes are the same, and if you're making them to gift to someone, say like for baby shower, um I have an idea for that. So save those plastic. This is the mechanism that opens. So save these, and then you could use those because you'll be gluing it with fabric glue onto an opening of the one that you make. And then you can get the wipes that are actually called refills. It's just a peel, and instead of having another piece of plastic, that way that way it's not going to matter you know what brand they get, as long as they refill it with the refill kind that doesn't have the plastic. And then the whole size isn't going to interfere, because my wipes I get by the case in from Sam's Club. And then you can go ahead and like decorate that opening, that lid, to match whatever fabric that you're doing. So like one thing she used, like the pink polka dot fabric. I mean, not pink, red polka dot fabric. And then she had the mini, baby mini, um, SVG on the cover. So it was cute. And so anyway, if you know the mother's theme um, for the shower, or like adult care, I have I use these in my craft room, in my craft area. I use them in my car. Definitely take them when I take the kids to the movies because they're not just baby wipes. They're anytime you need, they're for adults too. Um, I know my lease had shared Monday that she wants to make for her mom because her mom has the wipes in various rooms. So she must be using them to clean up as well. Um, all right. I have all of the thread mishaps out of here. Well, it's not a mishap, not a thread mishap. It's a mishap that I put it wrong direction, which now I am educated and know. I say we just got to figure things out sometimes and then learn from it. Hey, Sherry, welcome in. Okay. I'm so thirsty. Oops, I got to clean up this. I'm blaming it on that. Going to blame it on the ice cream because I usually have um, gelato, and so we each got our. My daughter-in-law bought us each our favorite pint of ice cream. There was only 5 of us, so my son was confused that there was when he pulled them out of the other freezer, and he says, "Why'd you get 6?" Because it wasn't, they would give like for the dogs, they would get vanilla, but she didn't buy vanilla. But she bought one for her what do you call it? Um mental health for her mental health day. All right. So just to repeat myself to make sure I'm doing it right, I now have the teeth are down on the front fabric, and I'm matching up the edge with the edge of the zipper with the edge of the raw fabric. And we should be successful this time because it worked on the other end. Sherry, so I'm making a pouch, and it's the first time for me to be making a pouch, and it's the first time for me to be using this zipper and using this pattern. So this, um, she she doesn't use boxy corners. So she calls this a no cut 2-fold pouch. And I added the zipper pouch in the title. So there's no fancy step to it yet, but I'm making this, and then I'm going to figure it out how to add things to it. And you can change the size. So this is a 16 by 12 inch piece of fabric. And and so and then you just figure out the you figure out what you want to make and change the zipper size to it. And if you have the zipper by the roll, uh, then easy. Now, when I looked at Parasina, I didn't see any. I was looking for the zippers by the roll, whatever it's called. But I'm definitely going back because it's just 20 minutes away from me. And but I'm definitely going back and I'll be looking for that. I know they sell it at on Amazon. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Hey, so exciting. Um, Getting to what I'm thinking is the hard part. Might be the easy part. All right. Oh, no, I still have to. All right. So I'm going to just give this a press, avoiding getting near the teeth because they're nylon or polyester. But I'm gonna just give that a press to before I stitch it. Okay, this fabric is from Walmart. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. Let me see. I was going to say I'm going to change the foot. Yeah, I'm going to change the foot to the other side. So I can get up close. Okay, so I press this so that it lays flat. And now I'm going to give it a top stitch. And again, I'm just going to run, I'm putting the edge of the, not of the foot part, but of this part of my foot up against the teeth. And so that's getting me like an eighth of an inch uh, from the on the fabric. Top stitch, that's what I was thinking of. I haven't had any trouble with my thread since I boosted it up off of that spindle. What we got to do is learn what our machine needs, special needs. All right, so this is what we have. I have a part of a zipper at both ends. Now, let me just move this so I can come over here. Okay, according to the pictures, I mean, according to what I see in the videos, you get your sides lined up. Thank you, Oreo. Okay. I'm putting these clips in here, but I'll probably end up taking them out. I don't know, just learning. But I want to tell you, so I have the double-sided fleece in here, and and it feels good. Now you can quilt it if you want a pattern, if you want a quilted pattern on it, but you don't have to. That might be something I do as my variation. Now, what I've also learned is that you decide, do you want it on the left and pull it to the right, which I do, or do you want it this way? And so your arrow needs to be, so like if I have it here, which right now it doesn't matter because I'm just connecting it. All right. So any kind of tips for this process is definitely acceptable. Um, all 'cause right now I'm definitely faking it till I make it. I'm gonna cut some of these teeth off here. Don't know if it's correct, but I have lots. When you're watching those videos and they do this, we don't know how many times that they practiced. I mean, how many times they did it and restarted it. All right, so there's a piece of metal here. Um, all right. I need to get that piece of metal off of here. Just have to cut it out. Might be easier for someone without that doesn't have arthritic wrists. I'm sure that zippers pulls for the ones that are by the yard or whatever are easier. This one is very tiny and it's nylon or polyester. I'm sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. So I have it on this half, and so now I'm trying to get it on this one. And I think I saw where it kind of removed the teeth. I really shouldn't be using those. You can never replay. Well, Lisa, we need to practice on that. Did you have by the did you have the zippers by the yard, whatever? I actually was even thinking about, well, how can I do this with the zippers in, you know, s- still connected? And it was like, well, I don't have time to, it's like I need to make this first and then do modifications. And plus I do need to learn this. All right, so I took some of the teeth away, thinking that might be it. I don't know. I should need to figure out how to be comfortable. The thing is, once you get it on there and zip it, then you have to take it off and do it again. At least that's what I see. I don't understand because they don't talk. Hey, Miss Joy. Hope you're having a blessed day. Yep. Because they don't talk. It's just, those videos where they're just playing music and they're doing things fast and you got to watch it. I don't even know how many times I watched it. Probably 50 times just to take notes. And yeah, they just put it on and it goes all the way to the end and then they refeed it and then stop it in the middle. But anyhow, so okay, there we are. But see, it's not it's not it's lopsided. So that's not correct. So that was practice, but I did it. So um I started it up here. How you doing, Joy? Are you on? Let me see. Two. Are you on your lunch? Okay, so there it is. Let me go down here. And grab this one, but I need it to stay equal. Yeah. So I got it on there, but then it was not even. Um, so now the zipper knows what I need it to do. And we'll see how many times I need to teach it that. Oh boy. I get it in there. And I just need to, okay, it's even. Now, why I need to take that apart, I don't know. But okay, we're going to do it. So this is perfect. Now we're going to do it again. But all right, y'all, if you're in the bushes, please hit the thumbs up. Sharon's on guard here. All right, so I don't know. If I get this on again, it's going to stay on. I don't know how, okay, so let me get it on. Too bad I had to pull that all the way off. And I don't know why they do that. They pull it all the way through, all the way off, and then they bring it back and just have it in the middle. I think it's like so that the zipper is closed on both sides. We'll see. All right, so it's on here now. I just need to get it on here. All right, there you go. So I just need it to be on this side as well. All right. So I'm going to remove some of the teeth down here. All right, got to be mindful of that I want it to go this way. So I need to have it on this way. Yeah, because see, they get it like this, then they put it on and then they just leave it like this, which then it's zipped here and it's zipped here. And I always thought then it was the two-way where then you would like, so I'm thinking it's just to hold it all together. I mean, this is me just thinking, um, so that you can finish it, but I don't know who's our pouch makers and these inquiring minds need to know. All right, so let me add it to this one first. Sharon, oh, so I'm going to go ahead and put your question up on the thing. Did it? There it is. So Marilyn's got a question. I have the same question. I'm sure many of you others do too. All right, so I'm do I have it on there? I know you can't see. This and this zipper is tiny. I think the other zippers that Sharon, no. I'm trying to figure that. Makes no sense to me. My super chat's not working. It should be working. I can't see it. I'm on Restream. I can't see it from here. Um, it worked Monday night. All right, I got it on one side. What happens? I set up, I don't know. I make pouches, but don't do zippers like that. Even when you do a double zipper pull, you don't have to pull them off. Okay. Well, this might be my only time doing this. Oh yeah. So the rest of this is, let's just do a happy dance right now. I got it. I got it. There we go. It didn't take too long. I didn't break out in too big of a sweat, but I definitely did get heated where I had to turn on the other fan because it was just like, whew. All right, so now we can move on. I'm like checking to make sure that they're equal. It's going to be fine. Okay. So all right. It's just a little bit off. But we can make that up in the seam allowance. Okay, so we got the zipper on, put the zipper pull back on, measure 1.5. Okay, so then we're going to turn it. Okay, so the zipper just came up part at the other end. So apparently it doesn't stay. You have to be mindful of that. All right. So I'm just going to pin that. Maybe I can. I'm definitely not going to go all the way to the end. Let me go ahead and bring that and then bring it. Nope. All right. Now I just made it worse. So we're just going to, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make sure this fits. Okay, so I'm going to trim the zipper pieces. Has the time ended? Oh, it was 2 hours. Oh, okay. So that means that nobody can send a chat during, it was a goal. And I set it for 2 hours. Thank you for mentioning that. It's 11:45, 12:45, 12:45, 1:20. So it ended 15 minutes ago. Well, next time I'll just, even though it's like, oh, this is a simple project, blah, blah, blah. I knew I would have trouble with the zipper. So next time I'll just, I don't know why we have to set a timer on it anyway. Okay, so there's some unevenness now since the zipper is uh, which if I just straighten this out, kind of, do I need to trim that? Needed to do that because I don't know if that's going to be messed up. Okay, so now they're straight. So I'm just going to clip this closed so that the teeth are matching. We're going to pretend. All right. All right. So then we're going to go ahead. Um, I don't know if I can restart it. Um, um, let me see. It won't let you do even like for a birthday. All right. So okay, this is the lining. So we're going to measure 1.5 down from the zipper. I know I have my other ruler. And on both sides. And then 1.5 from the bottom. For some reason, she marked that fold too. Now this is in place of boxing corners. It is hard to because my pen matches the fabric. Hi, Custom Creations by Jenna. I have a question, Jenna. Are you Jennifer Hancock? Okay, yeah, it says goal. Okay, so start another goal. Okay, so 1.5 from the top edge down and 1.5 from from the fold up. And your goal is live. Okay, so that's restarted. Um, yeah, so I was going to ask you the last night in cues, but then I was like being mindful of, her channel and, you know, said I'll ask you. So yeah. So many names. All right, so then you're going to she started with the top. I'm kind of leery of the top since my zipper. So let me start over here. So we're just going to fold on this 1.5 inch line. And for some reason, so here's 1.5. And so let me show you. So here's 1.5 there. And then here's 1.5 on the other side. So anyway, yeah, and I have Gayle, I have Gayle designs as all across all of the channels. So yeah, when you're doing business, then that's what you're. So let me go ahead and like check this. Oh, okay. Let me check this again. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know you can't hear the bell, but she is ringing and I'm dancing. It's my Blessing Bell. Bell. Thank you so much, Miss Joyce and Marlies. All right, let me pull this. Let me pull this down and get this. So now that Jennifer is in the house, she can actually guide us. So Jennifer, do you see the comment on the screen? So why do we, when we're putting a zipper, half on one and half on the other, and we join it together with the pull, why do we bring it together and then have to bring it all the way out and then back again? Okay, so this is the one I'm going to go with. Okay, well, that actually matches up now. Okay. Hey, Sister Hearts Creations. Welcome in. So I'm figuring out what was the question. Okay, so we're doing a zipper, and then they have you put the zipper pull back on and zip it all the way off, and then put it back on, and then you settle in the center. Why do we do that? Um, hey, Rosalind, welcome in. Um, so mine ended up, I did that. I was successful. We didn't count how many times I tried. The goal was to get it to do it. And so anyway, so then it did come apart. I mean, it did come apart down here. So anyway, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and so I'm gonna be mindful not to get my zipper off of the edge there. But so we're going to go ahead and bring this in. I don't know why that is that way. All right. I'm just thinking too hard. All right, so I'm going to match this up here with this fold here. I mean, it's not a fold, it's a line. So let me go ahead and press this a little bit. So I used double-sided fusible fleece interfacing. So it's thick. All right, there I have my folds and matched up here. I'm going to go and clip that. The zipper is inside there. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Veronica. Welcome in. My only thought is to settle the teeth or to maybe line up the teeth. Can't say. I'm 100% sure it would be more to line up the teeth. Okay, so there's my first one. And let me get it smooth. Okay. So then we're going to do the same thing with the bottom one is bring this fold up, I mean, this line up to this line and make sure I was gonna say, that's my fold. Okay, let me bring it up to this one. Sorry, this is because the fleece, she might have had fabric that had a backing. She didn't say, it was just fabric on both sides. Maybe she had double, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We will. Okay, so I'm just gonna adjust it so that it's smooth, not wonky. All right. Yeah, I think Jesse made a comment Monday night that my bell sounds like Patrice's bell. And I turned the um cancellation off, but it's still canceled out the volume, the bell. All right. So then we gotta adjust it so the zipper is flat. All right, let me get that pull out of there. Nicole, that must be precious pieces. The other thing is, and it was like people had left in the comments, um, to put a binding, I mean, like a bias tape. So, because that zipper is open, I have to make sure that it's not folded. It didn't roll over. It's not Beethoven here. Don't do a Beethoven. So if you were able to put the zipper on correctly, you wouldn't be doing all this fiddling that I'm having to do right now. Plus, remember, we're figuring this out. So, all right, let's let's sew it together and see what we got going on. I'll go ahead and change my. I'm going to change my foot back to a regular. Okay. So she doesn't do, she didn't do any, get to the right camera. So she didn't do any like binding on this, and see how this is. And this will continue to do that. That will continue to do that. And so I want to put a binding on that. But let's go ahead and flip it, turn it right side out to see what it's going to look like before I, because I'm gonna go ahead and add a binding to it. So that is my alteration that I'm going to do right away. And I mean, that's the first thing I'm going to do. So so if I can get the zipper open, I will go ahead and turn this right side out. The zipper pull, the zipper pull is here. So it's not like I sewed it into a corner. Sorry. My throat is, all right. I think Marlies was driving before she. All right. Well, interesting. I know of no reason why the zipper won't open. Will it slide this way? Okay, it'll slide forward. I say, well, I never had this happen before, but of course I never had it happen before. This is my first time doing this. All right. Okay, let's see. Does the fabric need to spread apart? All right. I don't know what's going on. I can't get that zipper to move. I have to have it open so that I can turn it. It's like it's locked. Try try and uh, try and do you mean lift the back end up and drag it? See, I can't push it. Hey, Mrs. Parker, welcome in. She's my number 50 or 5. She's my number 500. All right. So I took it apart and the zipper does work. I mean, we know it works. Why it wanted to lock up, I don't know. Okay. But that's why I wanted to like check it out, make sure it's going to work before I go ahead and add some binding to the sides. I think I think I'd be safe to add binding to the other side. Um but I definitely want to leave this one to where I can. I wonder, okay, so do that. Have the teeth match up. Okay. All right, a prayer has been said. Well, I can't pull it through this little hole. I don't know. What is going on with you? Well, I know I won't be getting this zipper again, because it's just too the teeth are too tiny. All right, so I have a hold of that. Let me see. Okay, there we go. We're in business. I mean, we're kind of business. There we go. I just had to get it to where I can get this up because I think it's like a locking kind of thing. Yeah, so just had to like pull it forward. All right, so I'm going to turn it inside out so we can see. I mean, right, whatever. I'm going to turn it so we can see how it's going to look. And then I do want to turn it back and add some binding or some bias to the I want to lock in the corners, but I want to show you how this is going to look. Oh, my zipper doesn't match up. And that was um because it opened up and so it wasn't together in the first place. But we'll work it out. Um it's my first one and all right, this is weird. All right, so let me go ahead and pull these. Well, we don't know how many she made until she got it looking good, right? All right. So that's what it looks like when it's not when you don't cut the boxy corners, you get the corners anyway. I mean, it looks really cool. And she had like a metallic kind of fabric. So bring these out. And so it was a nice shiny, it looked really cool. Yeah, it's kind of wonky right here. And and I think because it doesn't match up, so that's something I'll have to take apart. So I'm glad I didn't put the binding on there. Um so I'll fix that and then put the binding on. It's definitely something that I'm gonna have to like try again. Um I don't have any this was the only zipper I had. So I can't try that today. But but you could see how how the corners, I think you can kind of see it, how the corners fold in, and and it's still, I think I still need to poke them out some more. And again, you don't know how many times she had to like adjust it, because when they just make those films, they stop and do and then come back and it's beautiful. So there's the beautiful corner. You can see the stitching right here. I mean, you can't see it, but I mean that's there. And then this if my zipper had matched up good, then that would look good too. Well, that kind of does look good. And then this side, I need to work with this side. So it is cute, and like I said, because of these are raw, I would definitely put some binding on it. Um, and so that was my first zipper. This is my first pouch, and I will, so the modifications that you can do. See what I mean? Is I don't know where you would put I don't know where you would put a wristlet unless it's the kind of zipper that you make is, this, if you get a different zipper, then you could put a wristlet on there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And FYI, if you haven't heard yet, Robin Creations has made 1,000 subscribers. So woohoo to her, throw the confetti. And I'm excited for her. And I tell you, Patrice had that challenge last December, and I think it was December, and the ones that I see working really hard, um, based on that is Robin Creations, Shay Shay, Crafting on a Dime, and Marilyn. Marilyn's doing a lot of work too. So anyway, so I love it. Um, even though I do need to like fix some things on it, but it's my first baby, and yes, of course, I do love, the blue and the green, and if you were going to do this, if you were going to make this for like makeup or like a cosmetic bag or something like that, you can do like a waterproof type fabric on the inside. Um, and of course, adjust your needle to your machine accordingly to that. And so, but yeah, what I really liked was just the way that those corners looked on her project. It's like, yeah, when I Wednesday is family night, family dinner night. And so it's like when I go over there, I'm always showing off the project that I made, you know, um, on my Wednesday show. But anyhow, so um, okay, so because this zipper doesn't line up and it came apart, um, and so I had to like pin it together. So it zips, it's functional, but I can't get this corner to pull out correctly because the zipper is not right. It's not right there. But it will be. It will be. And when I get it figured out, then I'll post it. But it is good. So this ends up, so I started off with 16 by 12-inch fabric. And so it ends up being 6.5 inches wide. And then um and then 5 inches tall, roughly. So it's cute, and I do love the and like I said, this what I like to pair it with this green to pull out the green, but I also like to pair this pattern with the blue grunge as well. And let me put it up here closer so you can see. So it looks good with the blue grunge as well as the green. So, and this grunge, this comes in a pack of, I don't know, 5 or something like that, the fat quarters at Walmart. And then this was a fat quarter too, but I actually bought the yardage of this. And and so because I like this. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. My family is excited for me too, and that's the reason they went ahead and got the laptop for birthday slash partnership with YouTube. So as I had mentioned, our project that we did that Miss Q was my guest on my night owl crafting show, and we made she wanted to make a baby white holder because she has someone interested in that. And of course, you know, I have 2 more great grandbabies on the way. um One's going to be here in December, the other one in January. And um so anyway, so this is a project that I was thinking about as well. So the one that I found was it had the cam snaps to the back, and then you cut a hole in the fabric. There was no lining. You cut a hole in the fabric, and then you glue this on there. And um when she finished hers, I'm like, there's no protection because there wasn't a lining. There's no protection for the hole. Hey, So Pearl Creations, welcome in. You're at an appointment, so you couldn't chat. Okay. So anyway, so when she finished hers, and I said, but there's no protection for that hole. It's just going to keep unraveling. So then I quickly cut out a piece of fabric for the to make a lining. And so I cut it out the same, I cut it out the same size as this outside, and then matched up pretty side to pretty side, stitched around, you know, I drew, I put this on there and drew it, and then stitched on that, and then cut and pulled the lining through so that it's now protected. And I really like how it feels too. So you do have like an interfacing on the top one. And so it actually had like pleats here so that it'll expand with when you put your onesies in, I mean the wipes in there. But mine is it's because it's Sam's Club. So it was like so thick. So I'm like, oh, it's not going to fit. So I just wrapped this, I just wrapped it around mine, and then made to where it would fit. And so it doesn't have the pleats in it. But anyway, so it's like it's done. And then I'll just do some modifications. I like the snaps, and I like the zipper. There are zipper videos too. And how this idea was from the video I saw that had the zipper. So this is kind of a big hole, but it fits my kind of wipes. But if you get a different kind of wipes, then the whole that plastic thing will be different. So I'm thinking ahead because I would like to make these for my granddaughters, so that they can have something pretty. Um, and For their babies. And anyway, so I was thinking of how to do this. And so um, this here, and see, then I have to, because this isn't a full pack. So then I just modify. So I'm thinking, okay, save your pieces. And I have more because somebody told me to save them and I save them. And so anyway, because you can like attach them to a chip bag and then cut a hole instead of tearing it off the top. And then you have like where you can like just shake out some chips, something, whatever. And so anyway, so save these, because then you can go ahead and um glue it on, glue that on, and then make the hole. And of course that would be and I'm thinking as I'm speaking as I'm thinking. So see, this is actually bigger than it needs to be, because I measured it from this instead of this. So measure it from this, and then when you get the wipes that don't have the hard plastic for this. You get the refill packages, because then you just zip off that little plastic thing, and then it's just a hole, and then the mom can just pull that through. So it's just like, so it'll be like this. It'll be this open hole, and then you'll have the plastic attached on here, and then they can just pull it through that hole. And that's my thought. That's my thought. So thank you. And I do like the snaps. The zipper would be the zipper would be like what I just did, where you have to put the zipper on both ends of the fabric. But that one was actually easier, because I've seen that one be done where like they put that up there and they put the lining attached to it too, and then they turn, so it's not. No, it wasn't anyway. I'm trying to remember. I see so many of them. So anyway, so no, it wasn't a zipper that you pull apart. It was a zipper that is together, because then they put it up there, then they put the lining up there, and then they stitch it, and then they flip it, and da da da. So yeah, I think I know how to do those because I've watched so many videos, but I have not done yet. I will be going and getting some zippers. So anyway, so that is all I have for today. I will be fixing this. It kind of looks good in the picture because you don't see the wonkiness. But anyway, so yeah, I love it. I don't love how it turned out, but that's only because it needs to be fixed. I just need to like fix this zipper here, and then it'll come out. And the other thing that I will be doing once I get this figured out, I will be enclosing the seams. And so what I'll be doing with that is I'll just be making, you know, um, I'll be making a binding for this, which would be, um, it'd be kind of like this, folded over, and this is probably the length that I need. And I would need it a little bit wider. So this is a scrap, and it's 2 inches. So I would do a 3 inch. I would do a 3 inch. Yeah. So here's a 3 inch scrap, And so I would be doing it just like how you would do the other things. Let me just tell you. So you would fold it in half and fold it in half, and then instead of folding it again this way, you will fold it back and then stitch the end. And then when you turn it back in, now your ends are enclosed. And then you would just stitch it onto your edge there. And this is just all folded like that. But anyway, so then this would be all enclosed, and then you don't have to worry about it falling apart again. So I'm about to go as well. I went on my break and now I have to adult again. Well, thank you for crafting, for watching, Rosalind. So anyway, so that's what I'll be doing to finish this off, and then that's it. So, but yeah, that was, without boxing corners. So my next bag, I'll be actually doing some box corners. I've done box corners, I guess you can say. Um, yeah, with my box, I made box corners. But anyway, so this is my first pouch. So anyway, all righty. So that is that. Let me go ahead and add this in here. So I talked about it. So I thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the super chats. And this is a really fun journey that I'm on. Hi, Fern. That I got to see you before I left. So I am still on my birthday journey. I will end when Virgo season starts. I don't stomp in their ground. Um so anyway, but I will be celebrating until then. And so anyway, so again, remember to keep Spilling Diversity in your prayers. Her mom's services are starting tomorrow, and her family is coming into town, and she has a birthday coming up. So anyway, so I love you all, and I certainly do appreciate you coming in and hanging out, and hanging in with me while I figure it out. And of course, I love when you help me. And so let me go ahead and take this down. Trying. And so when we figure out why they have us put it on and take it off, then uh, I'll make a post of it. Thank you, Fern, for the birthday wishes. You just landed in RDU. I don't know what that means. RDU. Rhode Island? I don't know. Rhode Island Underground? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and I'll catch up with Fern later to figure out what RDU is, where it is, and so I'm afraid to try and change my camera. We can leave it on that project. Oh, North Carolina. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy. I don't know what the Raleigh, Durham. Okay. Raleigh, Durham. I've been there. All right. Bye, y'all. I always have to figure out I don't know where the end button is for, oh, there it is. Okay. It just like popped up when I was looking for it. Okay. Bye, y'all. See y'all around.